Okay, so good morning, students, and welcome to the online lecture for this engineering graphics. In today's lecture, we are going to start our unit number 3. Okay, so the topic of the title of the unit 3 is engineering course. Okay, so we will discuss what are the different types of the engineering course and the method for the construction of this engineering course. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the engineering codes used in our engineering applications. So detail we will see afterwards. So some of this is electrical gear. So this is having certain codes. Okay, bridges. Okay, then this piece arches. Okay, so these are some of the example. Okay, now what are the different types of the engineering codes? So the first one is ellipse. The second one is parabola. Okay. The third one is hyperbola. All these three together, these are called as the conic sections. Okay. These are called as conic section. Okay. Why this is called as conic section? We will see afterwards. So the three cores, engineering cores, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola, these are called as the conic section. The fourth one is involute of the circle. Then we have the cycloid of a rolling circle. And the sixth one is the Archimedean spiral, and the last one is the helix upon a cylinder. So we will discuss the methods for the construction of these ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola, and the involute, cycloid, Archimedean spiral, and the helix. Okay. So this is the content of our the unit number 3. Okay. So we have to deal with the construction methods for this all of this. So again the same thing. So we have seen the types of the different types of the engineering curves. We will start with our first part, that is called as the conic sections. Okay. Now in conic sections we have ellipse, we have parabola, and we have hyperbola. Okay. Now what is meant by these conic sections? Okay. So why these are ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola? These are called as the conic sections. Okay. Because these curves are formed by cutting a cone. We will get these types of curves. Okay, so by cutting a particular cone. So cutting is what? That means you have to use one plane here. So this is called the cutting plane. Okay, so when you use cutting plane and if you cut this cone, okay, so we'll get ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. So cone means what? It is suppose this is your ice cream cone. Okay, so that is the shape of the cone. Okay, and sections, how will you get the sections? So I have told you, if we have the apple. Okay, so if we have apple, something like this, and if you are cutting this apple by knife, okay, तर चाकूने आपण त्याला कट करत असेल तर आपल्याला काय मिळतो? हा बॉटम पार्ट मिळेल एक आणि एक वरचा पार्ट मिळेल. ओके, सो जो पार्ट कट झालेला आहे व्हाईट पार्ट, so that part is called as the section. Okay, so whatever the part which is get cut, so that part is called as the section. I will show you that in details. First, you just remember what is meant by this section. How the section is formed? Section is formed when we cut any solid by using the cutting plane. ओके, जेव्हा एखाद्या सॉलिडला आपण कटिंग प्लेनने कट करतो तेव्हा आपल्याला काय मिळतो? विल गेट दी सेक्शन्स. ओके, सो these are obtained by cutting the cone. Okay, so ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola, these are obtained by cutting a cone. Now what are the different methods for the construction of the ellipse? We have, these are the different types of the method. One is concentric circle method, second one is rectangle method, oblong method, then arc of circle method, and rhombus method, and the basic locus method, that is the focus directrix method. Okay. In parabola is also having the certain methods. One is called the rectangle method, then methods of the tangents, and we have the focus directrix method. In hyperbola, we have rectangle method, we have rectangular hyperbola method, and the focus directrix method. Now, if you see in all these three, two methods are common. One is rectangle method. Okay, rectangle method is common in this all the three, and focus directrix method is common in all. This is focus directrix method is common in all. So in our syllabus, we have to deal with, we have to use rectangle method for the construction of ellipse, the focus directrix method for the construction of ellipse. Okay, so these two methods we have to use for the construction of ellipse. While for parabola also we have to use two methods, rectangular method and the focus directrix method. But for the hyperbola, we have to use only one method, that is focus directrix method. Okay, so focus directrix method is used for all the three cores, ellipse, parabola, and hyperbola. But the rectangle method is only used for two, ellipse and parabola, and not for the hyperbola. That means hyperbola we have to construct by only one method. That is given in our syllabus. But for parabola and ellipse, we have to use two methods. One method is rectangle method, Okay, and the second method is focal directrix method. Okay, so I think this is clear. So two methods for ellipse and parabola, and one method for the hyperbola. Okay, then okay, so this is given here. This method is not there in our syllabus. Rectangular method we don't have to use, but we have to use only these two method, this rectangle and the focal directrix method. Okay, then now how these core engineering curves or these engineering curves are formed. That means conic sections are formed. Okay, so we are dealing with now conic section. So first of all, we'll see. Now first we'll take, suppose this is our cone. Now this is the front view of the cone. Okay, so the cone is something like this. Okay, just imagine ice cream cone in front of you, and when you see this cone from the front side. Okay, so when you see this cone from the front side. Okay, so let me show you this one. Okay, see, this is your cone. Okay, so this is suppose our ice cream cone, and when you see this from this front side, from front direction. Okay, so like this. So when you see the cone from the front direction, so it appears like a triangle. Okay, when you see the cone from the front direction, so it appears as a triangle. Okay, and then if you see this cone from the top side, so when you see this cone from the top side, so this is appears as a circle. So this is the top view of the cone. This is called as what? Top view of the cone, and this is called as what? This is called as the front view of the cone. Okay, so when we cut this cone, when we cut this cone by means of the certain cutting plane, so we'll get what? We'll get the different types of the conic sections. Now, when we'll get the ellipse, okay. Now, see, this is our cone. This is in while showing on the drawing, we'll show it in the form of front view and top view. So this is what this is the front view of your cone. Okay. Now, this is the front view of the cone. Now, how will we when we will get the ellipse? So when we cut this cone by means of the cutting plane. Okay, so cutting plane is required to get the conic sections. Now, how we have to cut because we can cut this cone by in any direction. So we have to use there must be certain position for the for this cutting plane. Now this cutting plane is what when we get the ellipse. So when the cutting plane cuts the axis, or when it cut the axis, and when it is again inclined to the axis, so it is inclined to the axis, and this is called as what? The generators. Okay. So here, if you see, we have this is cone. Okay, we have cone. At the bottom we have the circle. At the bottom we have circle. Now imagine we on the circle we have different points. We have so many points on the circle. We have so many points on the circle, suppose. Okay. Now if you, and this point is suppose O. This is called as what? This is called as apex. The top corner of the cone, it is called as the apex. And this is called as what? Base. Bottom part of any solid, it is called as base. Okay, and this is the point that is called as the apex. Now if you join O with the points on the circle, if you join O with the points on the circle, then what will get? The lines joining the points on the circle and the apex, these are called as the generator. These are called as what? Generator. These are called as generator. Okay, so if you join O with, suppose this is A point, so OA is one generator, OB is another generator, OC is another generator, OD is another generator, OE is another. So many generators are there on the for the cone. Okay. So what is there? So how to use? We have to use the cutting plane. Cutting plane must cut. It must cut all the generators. त्याने काय करायला पाहिजे? सर्व जनरेटर्सला कट करायला पाहिजे, and it must be inclined to the axis. So this must be inclined to the axis. So cutting plane inclined to the axis. Condition काय आहे मग? Inclined plane, the cutting plane inclined to the axis and cuts all the generators. So what we will get there? So we will get the ellipse. Okay. So let me show you this one. Okay. So let me show you these things. So see, this is our cone. ओके. आता आपली कंडिशन काय आहे? आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे? सो वी हॅव टू कट ऑल दी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हॅव टू टेक कटिंग प्लेन. ओके. कटिंग प्लेन कसा घ्यायचा आहे? इट मस्ट बी इन्क्लाइन टू द ऍक्सिस. तो हा इन्क्लाइन झाला आणि तो काय करत आहे? इट इज कटिंग ऑल दी जनरेटर्स. ओके. नाउ लेट अस सी दिस वन. नाउ त्याला कट करूया आपण. सो वी विल कट दिस वन. ओके. सी दिस इज अवर कटिंग प्लेन. ओके. हा जो रेड पोर्शन दिसतोय, सो दिस इज अवर कटिंग प्लेन. Okay. Now cut this one. See, so when we cut this one, So what we'll get? So this part is called as what? This part is called as the this part is called as what? This is called as the let me take another color. So this part is called as what? Ellipse. So we got here ellipse. Okay. So how we got the ellipse? So we have taken the cutting plane. Okay. We have taken the cutting plane, and then cutting plane is it is what? It is inclined to the axis. It is inclined to the axis and cutting all the generators. Cutting plane ने काय केलं? It cuts all the generators. And what we got? We got the ellipse. Okay, we got the ellipse. Now just imagine if this cutting plane is not inclined. If this cutting plane is not inclined, okay, and if suppose if this cutting plane is parallel to the base, this cutting plane is what? It is parallel to the base. Okay, it is horizontal. Okay, so what we'll get there if we cut this cone using this cutting plane? Okay, if we cut our cone using this cutting plane, so what we'll get? We'll get here circle. Okay, we'll get the circle here. Okay, so when the cutting plane is horizontal and cuts all the generators, okay, then it gives what? It gives the circle. So this is the circle is also a conic section. Okay, but we so circle is very simple to construct, so that the construction method is not there. Okay, so but what is the condition for the circle? The cutting plane must be parallel to the base. It must be parallel to the base, and it must cut all the generators. Okay, so we are dealing with what? We will dealing with the first case, that is we are getting what? We are getting the ellipse. So what is the condition for the ellipse? This is your MCQ question. Okay, this will come in the examination. So the ellipse is obtained when the cutting plane is inclined to the axis. So that is the first condition. Second condition is it must cut all the generators of the cone. It must cut all the generators of the cone. So then we'll get the ellipse here. Okay. So this is our ellipse. Now second one is what? Second one is the parabola. Now when we will get the parabola, so we require cutting plane. So that cutting plane must be, first condition is inclined to axis. So that is same as that of the ellipse. Cutting plane must be inclined to the axis and it must be parallel to one of the generator. It must be parallel to one of the generator. Okay, so let us see this one now. Okay, now what is the condition we have? We required cutting plane. We required here the cutting plane like this, and that cutting plane must be parallel to the generator. It must be parallel to the generator. So where we have the generator? This is our extreme generator. This is our extreme generator, and this is our cutting plane. So cutting plane must be parallel to the generator. So we have two conditions. One condition is what? It is inclined to the axis. So it is inclined to the axis. So it is making some angle with the axis. So that is our first condition. Second condition is what? It must be parallel to one of the generator. Now let us see this one. We will cut this cone using this this cutting plane. So see here. See, this your cutting plane is what? It is inclined to the axis. Okay, and it is parallel to the generator. Okay, now you see I have cut it, and what you got here? Now you see this one. You got this one. Okay, so you got here this thing, this one, and what is this? This is called as the parabola. Okay, so parabola is obtained when we get the parabola when the cutting plane is inclined to the axis and parallel to one of the generator. Okay, so this is parallel to one of the generators. So we'll get here the parabola. Okay, so these things we have done. Okay, so see here I have taken here the cutting plane. This cutting plane is parallel to one of the generator and it is parallel to one and it is inclined to the axis. So when I have cut this the cone using this cutting plane, okay, see this one. This is inclined to axis, parallel to one of the generator. So what I got here? I got here the parabola. Okay, so this is your parabola. This is called the parabola. Okay, this is your parabola. Okay, so this is our second conic section. Okay, so when we get the parabola, so the cutting plane is inclined to axis and parallel to one of the generator. When we get the ellipse, the first condition is there, inclined to the axis, but it is not parallel. It must cut all the generator. Here it is not cutting all the generator. See, okay, so here it is parallel to one of the generator. Okay, the cutting plane must be parallel to one of the generator. We get parabola, and when cutting plane cuts all the generators and inclined to axis, we will get the ellipse. So this is your parabola. Now when we will get the hyperbola? Now when we get the hyperbola when the cutting plane is parallel to axis. When it is parallel to axis on one side only, it is parallel to axis on one side only. Here it is, see, this cutting plane in parabola, it is on both sides of the axis. But if the cutting plane is cutting the cone on one side only and it is parallel to the axis, so then we'll get the hyperbola. So we'll get here hyperbola. Okay. So let us see this one also. So here, see, this is our cone, and now what you have to do now? We have to take cutting plane on one side only. See, this is I am taking the cutting plane on one side only. Okay, one side of the axis. Okay, and it is parallel to the axis. It is parallel to the axis. Okay. Now let us cut this cone using this cutting plane. Okay, so we are cutting this one. Now see, this is cutting plane is cutting the cone on one side, and this cutting plane is parallel to the axis. Okay, so this one I have cut it. So what I got here, now you see this one. This is our hyperbola. So this part, it is called as what? The hyperbola. This part is called as what? The hyperbola. So when we got the hyperbola, so this is hyperbola. It is obtained when the cutting plane, it cuts the cone on one side and the axis is parallel to the axis, or the cutting plane is parallel to the axis. Okay, so this is called as what? A rectangular hyperbola. This is called as what? A rectangular hyperbola. So rectangular hyperbola, it is obtained. So here there are two cases. One is one we get a rectangular hyperbola. The another case is what we have taken here. We have taken the axis on one side, but we have taken that is parallel to the axis. If you not take that parallel to the axis, okay, but it is on one side of the axis. If the cutting plane is inclined and it is on one side of the axis, still we get the parabola. We get the hyperbola here. We'll get here the hyperbola. See here, if you cut it, see, we got here a hyperbola. So this is normal hyperbola. Normal hyperbola. So this hyperbola, it is obtained when the axis is what? The axis is inclined on one side of the axis. But if this axis is parallel, if this cutting plane is parallel to the axis, see, there are two conditions for the hyperbola. One is axis inclined on one side, we get a hyperbola. Cutting plane parallel to the axis, that is the second condition. So when the cutting plane is parallel to the axis, then we get rectangular hyperbola. And when cutting plane is inclined to the axis, but it is on one side. So then that is a normal hyperbola. Okay. So there are two conditions for the hyperbola. One is the cutting plane parallel to the axis. We got we got here rectangular hyperbola. So this is the rectangular hyperbola. Okay. So here you see this one. See, CC means what? It is the cutting plane on one side of the axis. Okay, it is one side of the axis and it is inclined to the axis. So we got here the C type of hyperbola. We get C type of, here we get C, that is hyperbola. But if the cutting plane is parallel to the axis, it is parallel to the axis and on one side, then we got here rectangular hyperbola. Okay, so here दोन क्वेश्चन तुम्हाला विचारलं. Rectangular hyperbola साठी काय कंडिशन आहे? Cutting plane must be on one side and it must be parallel to the axis. ती जर तो कटिंग प्लेन जर पॅरलल नसेल तरी पण आपल्याला हायपरबोला मिळेल, पण त्याला रेक्टँग्युलर हायपरबोला आपण त्याला म्हणत नाही. ओके, रेक्टँग्युलर हायपरबोला कशाला म्हणायचं? जेव्हा कटिंग प्लेन काय असेल, इट इज पॅरलल टू द ऍक्सिस अँड ऑन वन साइड. ओके, सो नाउ here you can see this cutting plane is AA. Okay, cutting plane A is what? It is cutting all the generators. It is inclined to the axis and cutting all the generator of the cone. We got ellipse. Because of AA cutting plane, we get ellipse. BB is cutting plane that is it is inclined to the axis and it is parallel to one of the generator. So because of BB, we'll get what? Parabola. Okay, cutting plane parallel to one of the generator, inclined to the axis, we get parabola. Then CC means what? It is the cutting plane. It is on one side. ऍक्सिसच्या एका साइडला जर कटिंग प्लेन कट करत असेल तर आपल्याला काय मिळतो? हायपरबोला. बट इफ दॅट कटिंग प्लेन इज पॅरलल टू द ऍक्सिस अँड इट इज कटिंग द कोन ऑन वन साइड, देन वी गॉट हियर व्हाट? रेक्टँग्युलर हायपरबोला. Okay, so these are the four conditions you have to remember. in MCQ question, they will definitely ask this position. So they will give you the position of the cutting plane and they will ask you which type of curve will be generated. Okay, so remember this one. Okay, so this is very important. Now we have seen we got here different types of the conic section. One is circle. Okay, how we got the circle? So when this cone is cut by means of the cutting plane, which is parallel to the base, or perpendicular to the axis. This is perpendicular to the axis. Then we got here what? We got the circle in the top view. So cutting plane parallel to the base, perpendicular to the axis, it gives the circle. Okay. So we have we have seen the different types. Then circle is one type of conic section. The another type of conic section is ellipse. This is our ellipse. This is our ellipse 1. Then this is our parabola 2, and then we have the hyperbola 3. Okay. Now if you see here, ellipse is a closed curve. This is the ellipse is what? Ellipse is a closed curve. While parabola and this hyperbola, these are what? Open curves. ओके, आपण जर इथे हा जो पॅराबोला आहे हा इकडे एक्सटेंड होत राहील, पण तो कधीच क्लोज होणार नाही. हायपरबोला सुद्धा काय होईल, इकडे एक्सटेंड होईल दोन्ही साइडला, बट इट विल नेव्हर क्लोज. ओनली ellipse is a closed curve. This ellipse is a closed curve, but parabola and hyperbola, these are called as the open curve. Okay, so you remember this one also. This is very important. These two curves, parabola and hyperbola, these are called as the open curves. And ellipse is called as what? Ellipse is called as the closed curve. Why we call this one? Because it is a closed one. Right? This is all the points are joined. That's why we call this as a closed curve. While the parabola and hyperbola, these are called as what? The open curves. Okay. So this is the thing we have to remember. Okay. So this is clear. I think this one is clear to all of you. Okay. So let us go for the next then. Okay. Now we will start with one by one we'll go for all this type of the curve construction. So first we will see the ellipse. We will see ellipse first, then we will see the parabola, and then we will see the construction method for the hyperbola. Okay. Now these things we require. First one is we have seen this in our unit number 1, how to divide the line. Okay, so if your line of particular some length, if your line AB of certain length, and if you have to divide this line into some divisions. Okay, so how we'll divide this? How we'll divide this? Suppose we have to divide this line into 5 divisions. We have to divide this AB into 5 divisions. So I have told you, draw one inclined line to AB. Take some distance in compass. Compass मध्ये एक छोटासा डिस्टन्स घ्यायचं, किती पण डिस्टन्स घेऊ शकता तुम्ही, and then mark on in this incline. How many divisions we want? We want 5 divisions. So mark division 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 and 5. 5 divisions mark करायचे. ते जेवढे डिव्हिजन्स आपल्याला लागतात ते या इन्क्लाइन लाईनवर मार्क करायचे. नंतर काय करायचं, जो लास्ट डिव्हिजन आहे तो कशाला जॉईन करायचा? लाईनच्या एंड पॉइंटला जॉईन करायचा. काय करायचं, जो लास्ट डिव्हिजन आहे, आपल्याला 5 डिव्हिजन हवे होते म्हणून आपण इथे 5 इंटरसेक्शन कट केले, 1 2 3 4 and 5. सो 5 जो आहे तो कुठे जॉईन करायचा? लाईनच्या एंड पॉइंटला. द एंड पॉइंट ऑफ द लाईन इज बी. नाउ कीप युअर रोलर स्केल हिअर. इथे काय ठेवायची? इथे रोलर स्केल ठेवायची या लाईनवर. 5B ला रोलर स्केल ठेवायची आणि रोलर स्केल रोल करायची. ओके, रोल दी रोलर स्केल. देन ड्रॉ अ लाईन पासिंग थ्रू 4, देन ड्रॉ अ लाईन पासिंग थ्रू 3, पासिंग थ्रू 2 अँड पासिंग थ्रू 1. आता हे लाईन्स कशा येतील? जेव्हा तुम्ही रोलर स्केलला रोल कराल तेव्हा तुम्हाला लाईन्स मिळतील इथे 4, 3, 2 and 1. So transfer this 1 here, transfer this 2 here, 3 here, then 4 here. These lines must be parallel to the 5B lines. All these lines must be parallel to 5B lines. Okay. Now किती divisions मिळाले पहा. A1 एक division, 1 2 second division, 2 3 third division, 3 4 4 division and 4B 5 division. So the line AB it is divided into 5 number of divisions. You will get here equal divisions. Okay, you will get here equal division. So this is we have seen this method is the division of the line. So we have to use this method while in the construction. Okay, now we'll go for the next. Okay, then so I have already told you there are 2 methods for construction of the ellipse, parabola and hyperbola. One is called the focus directrix method. Okay, so this is for ellipse, parabola and hyperbola. Rectangle method we have to use only for ellipse and parabola, not for the hyperbola. Okay, so these 2 methods we will see. First we will see the focus directrix method for the ellipse, parabola and the hyperbola. Okay, So this is also there, the MCQ questions. What are the different types of methods used for the construction of the conic section? So you have to remember the methods, whatever I have shown you in the previous slide also. But out of that, we are taking two methods. One is focus directrix method, and another is the rectangle method. Okay. Now, what is meant by focus directrix method now? Focus directrix method. Now, if you see the ellipse, now if you see the ellipse, now it is having two vertex. It is having two vertex and it is having two focus. So this is focus number one, F1, and it is having focus here, F2. F2. So these are the nomenclature for the ellipse. Ellipse is having two focus, F1 and F2. Together, this is plural of this focus is called as the foci, FOSI. Okay, foci means here two, more than one. So ellipse is having two focus. One, F1 is there and F2 is there. It is having two vertex. This is V is for vertex. This is vertex. V dash. Okay, it is having two vertex. So we have to find out this V and vertex and the focus for the ellipse, and then we'll construct the ellipse. Now, what is so focus is there already there. This is the focus. Okay, and what is meant by directrix then? So this is the directrix. See, this is the general construction for the ellipse. We have to follow these steps. So we have drawn one vertical line. So DD. So this is called as the directrix. Okay. Now this is fixed line. So this is fixed line. It is called as the directrix. This fixed line, it is called as the directrix. Then we have taken the midpoint of this line DD, and we have drawn one C dash line. C dash line. So this is our axis. C dash means what? It is our axis. Okay. Now we have taken the focus here. Okay, we have taken the focus here. So here we have only taken one focus. Another focus will come after the construction. So ellipse is having the two focus here, F1 and F2. Okay, so we have drawn here one. So how to get focus, we will see after when we construct the ellipse. Okay, so focus means what? Focus is called as the fixed point. So fixed point, it is called as the focus, and fixed line, it is called as what? The directrix. So directrix is already there. This is vertical line from where we start the construction. So it is the directrix. So directrix is our fixed line. Then the fixed point. So fixed point, it is called as the focus. Okay. So in the problem, what will be given? जेव्हा प्रॉब्लेम आपल्याला दिलं राहील तेव्हा काय दिलं राहील? We will be given the distance of focus from the directrix is given in the problem. आपल्याला काय दिलं राहील प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये? We will be given this distance in the problem. Distance of the focus from the directrix. From the directrix. So this distance is given in the problem. Okay, they will give you this distance, and we have to start the construction. Okay, याच्यासोबत काय दिलं राहील? दोन कंडिशन दिल्या राहतील. एक कंडिशन काय दिलं राहील आपल्याला की distance of focus from the directrix is given. So that is the first condition. Second condition दिली राहील आपल्याला eccentricity. Second is given the eccentricity. Now what is meant by eccentricity? So eccentricity is the ratio of the distance from vertex to focus. Distance of the vertex from the focus to the distance of vertex from the directrix. That means the distance of focus from the vertex is what? VF. So this is VF, distance of the vertex from the focus. So that is VF divided by distance of the vertex from the directrix. Okay, so what is the distance? So this is VC. So VF upon VC is called as the eccentricity. Okay, so this is very important term, eccentricity. So what is eccentricity? Eccentricity is the ratio of distance of the vertex from the focus, okay, to the distance of the vertex from the directrix. Okay, कशाचा डिस्टन्स घेतोय आपण? V याला रेफरन्स घेतोय. Distance of V, that is vertex from the focus, VF, divided by distance of this vertex from the directrix. So that is our VC. So VF by VC is our eccentricity. Now for the ellipse, okay, for the ellipse, this eccentricity is less than 1. For ellipse, it is eccentricity is less than 1. So this ratio will be 2 by 3, 4 by 5. Okay, something like this. So this ratio will come less than 1. 2 by 3 means it is less than 1. 4 by 5 means it is less than 1. Okay, for hyperbola, for parabola, it is eccentricity is equal to 1. And for hyperbola, it is eccentricity is greater than 1. Okay, so for the ellipse, VF is equal to VC. For the for the ellipse v up upon vc is less than 1. It is less than 1. Okay, तर हे झालं. आता आपल्याला काय दिलेलं प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये वी हॅव गिवन द डिस्टन्स ऑफ फोकस f, डिस्टन्स ऑफ फोकस फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट्रिक्स दिला आपल्याला. किती दिलं डिस्टन्स? सपोज वी कन्सिडर हिअर दिस इज डिस्टन्स इज गिवन 50 mm, 5 सेंटीमीटर. ओके, डिस्टन्स आपल्याला सर्व mm मध्ये दिलं राहील. सो डिस्टन्स इज 50 mm. नाउ वी हॅव टू डिवाइड दी CF डिस्टन्स. वी हॅव टू डिवाइड दी CF डिस्टन्स. किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं त्याला? सो दॅट इज इक्वल टू ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. किती पार्ट्स मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं त्याला CF ला? दॅट इज इक्वल टू ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. किती इसेंट्रिसिटी दिली आपल्याला? सपोज 2/3. सो यू हॅव टू ऍड दिस 2 + 3. सो दॅट इज इक्वल टू 5. ओके, तर हे किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं CF डिस्टन्स? सो दॅट इज अवर नेक्स्ट स्टेप. सो दॅट इज वी हॅव टू डिवाइड दॅट इनटू 2 + दॅट इज इक्वल टू द ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. इसेंट्रिसिटी आपल्याला दिला आहे 2/3. ओके, तर याची ऍडिशन करायची. 2 + 3 = 5. सो 5 डिव्हिजन हे करायचे. सो 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm, 40 mm and 50 mm 5 मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं. ओके, so this is the general nomenclature for the construction of focus directrix method. Okay, so focus कुठे आहे? So focus is called as the fixed point. Directrix कशाला म्हणायचं? Vertical line, that is a fixed line, it is called as the directrix. या डायरेक्ट्रिक्सला आपण जर एक परपेंडिक्युलर लाईन टाकली तर त्याला काय म्हणायचं? ऍक्सिस. ओके, नाउ इसेंट्रिसिटी कशाला म्हणायचं? सो डिस्टन्स ऑफ वर्टेक्स फ्रॉम द फोकस टू द डिस्टन्स ऑफ द वर्टेक्स फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट्रिक्स VF divided by VC, it is called as the eccentricity. ओके, आता CF ला किती पार्ट्स मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं? सो दॅट इज इक्वल टू द ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. सो ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी इज इक्वल टू 2/3. Okay, so this is what 2 + 3 = 5. Okay, so that we have to divide. Okay, so I think this is clear to you. So if you have any questions regarding this, you can ask. Okay, so otherwise we'll go for the next topic. Okay, now so we have now discussed about the basic construction. Okay, now let us see this basic construction for the ellipse. So I have told you problem मध्ये काय दिलं राहील आपल्याला? Distance of this focus from the directrix. Now directrix कुठली आहे इथे? AB. This is our AB is our directrix. Okay, this is our directrix here. Okay, this is our focus. Now distance of the focus from the directrix is given. Now I have told you what is so we'll take now here eccentricity suppose first. Okay, let us see this the CF distance is equal to 50 mm. Okay, so 50 mm. So 50 mm distance दिलेला आहे. CS is equal to 50 mm. So this distance is 50 mm. CF distance, that is the distance of the focus from the directrix is 50 mm. आता किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं याला? CF ला ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. इसेंट्रिसिटी किती दिलेली आहे? 2/3. It is less than 1. So this is for what? We have to construct which curve? Ellipse. ओके, MCQ मध्ये हा क्वेश्चन विचारतात. ते तुम्हाला एक रेशो देतील ते इसेंट्रिसिटीचा. तर तो इसेंट्रिसिटीचा रेशो पाहून काय करायचं? जर तो लेस दॅन 1 असेल तर कुठला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा? एलिप्स. तो जर रेशो 1 असेल तर कुठला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा? पॅराबोला. आणि तो जर रेशो ग्रेटर दॅन 1 असेल 3/2 दॅट इज इक्वल टू 1.5. इफ इट इज ग्रेटर दॅन 1 तर कुठला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा आपल्याला? हायपरबोला. ओके, सो इफ द रेशो इज लेस दॅन 1, इसेंट्रिसिटी रेशो इज लेस दॅन 1, वी हॅव टू कन्स्ट्रक्ट एलिप्स. If it is equal to 1, that means we have to draw it a parabola. And if it is greater than 1, we have to draw the hyperbola. आता कन्सिडर करा की आपल्याला काय दिलं आहे? डिस्टन्स ऑफ फोकस फ्रॉम दिस डायरेक्ट्रिक्स इज 50 mm. ओके, आता या CF ला किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं? मी सांगितलं तुम्हाला ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. तर इसेंट्रिसिटी किती दिली आहे? 2 + 3. सो वी हॅव टू डिवाइड दिस इनटू 5 डिव्हिजन्स. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 10 mm, 20, 30, 40 and 50. आता त्याच्यामध्ये काय येईल? आपला V येईल इथे, वर्टेक्स येईल. आता वर्टेक्स कुठे ठेवायचा? तर इथे बघायचं VF ला किती डिव्हिजन आहे? 2. हा F आहे इथे. सो इथून स्टार्ट करायचं 1 आणि 2. 2 डिव्हिजन झाले. इथे V मार्क करायचा. ओके, VF ला किती डिव्हिजन दिलेले आहे आपण? 2. VC ला किती डिव्हिजन दिलेले आहे? 3. 1 2 आणि 3. सो VC ला किती डिव्हिजन मिळाले? ऑटोमॅटिक 3 डिव्हिजन्स मिळाले. आणि VF ला किती डिव्हिजन्स मिळाले? 2. 1 आणि 2. ओके, सो वर्टेक्स कुठे येईल आपला? सो वर्टेक्स कम्स हियर. सो दॅट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. हा वर्टेक्स तुम्हाला मार्क करता आला पाहिजे. सो आधी तो वर्टेक्स कसा मार्क करायचा? यू हॅव टू सी द इसेंट्रिसिटी रेशो. पहिल्यांदा काय करायचं? स्टार्टिंगला CF ला डिवाइड करायचं, जे डिस्टन्स दिलं असेल तुम्हाला त्याला डिवाइड करायचं. किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं? ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. किती आहे इसेंट्रिसिटी? 2/3. याचे ऍडिशन 2 + 3 = 5, म्हणजे 5 डिव्हिजन करावं लागतील आपल्याला CF चे. तर 5 डिव्हिजन केले, 1 2 3 4 आणि 5. आता आपल्याला काय पुटअप करायचं आहे? व्ही व्हर्टेक्स पुटअप करायचा आहे. सो व्हर्टेक्स कुठं पुटअप करायचा? VF ला 2 डिव्हिजन, वरचा रेशो बघायचा. VF ला किती डिव्हिजन आहे? 2. हा इथे F आहे. आता त्याच्यासमोर V येणार. V हवा आहे आपल्याला. VF ला 2 डिव्हिजन, इथून काउंट करायचे F पासून डिव्हिजन. 1 2. ओके, 2 झाल्यानंतर तिथे काय मार्क करायचं? V. VC ला किती भेटतील? 3 डिव्हिजन, 1 2 and 3. ओके, सो दिस इज फॉर द इलिप्स. This is for what? The ellipse. Now let us see for the parabola. Let us see for the parabola. आता पॅराबोला मध्ये काय दिलंय आपल्याला? डिस्टन्स ऑफ द फोकस फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट्रिक्स दिलाय. हे किती डिस्टन्स दिलाय आपल्याला? 50. हे डिस्टन्स किती दिलेलं आहे? दिलं आपल्याला 50. आपल्याला माहित आहे पॅराबोला मध्ये इसेंट्रिसिटीची व्हॅल्यू किती असतं? VF/VC किती आहे? 1. म्हणजे हे दोघांचं डिस्टन्स, VF आणि VC चं डिस्टन्स किती आहे? सेम आहे. VF = VC. दिस इज व्हॉट? VF = VC. पॅराबोला मध्ये काय असतं? VF = VC. म्हणजे हा व्हर्टेक्स कुठे येईल? सो दिस व्हर्टेक्स विल कम ऍट दी सेंटर. हा व्हर्टेक्स कुठे येईल तुमचा? इट विल कम डायरेक्टली ऍट द सेंटर. ओके, सो पॅराबोला मध्ये काहीच आपल्याला करावं लागत नाही. जेवढं डिस्टन्स दिलं असेल त्याचा एक मिड पॉईंट घ्यायचा. सो दिस इज 25 अँड दिस इज 25. ओके, म्हणजे VF किती आहे? 25 आणि VC पण किती आहे? 25. तर त्याचा रेशो किती येईल आपला? 1. ओके, सो पॅराबोलामध्ये तुम्हाला काय करतील? डायरेक्टली इसेंट्रिसिटी 1 इसेंट्रिसिटी देणारच नाही. ते काय म्हणतील? पॅराबोला ड्रॉ करा. पॅराबोला ड्रॉ करा म्हणजे काय करावं लागेल आपल्याला? जेवढं पण डिस्टन्स दिलेलं असेल फोकसचं फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट्रिक्स, डिस्टन्स ऑफ फोकस फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट्रिक्स, यू हॅव टू जस्ट टेक द व्हर्टेक्स इन द मिडल. हा व्हर्टेक्स कुठे मार्क करायचा? सेंटरला मार्क करायचा. ओके, सो पॅराबोलामध्ये हे इझी आहे. ओके, व्हर्टेक्स मार्क करणं हे इझी आहे, कारण आपल्याला पॅराबोलामध्ये व्हर्टेक्स कुठं असतो? ऍट दी सेंटर. आपल्याला इथे डिव्हिजन करायची आवश्यकता नसते. कशामध्ये? पॅराबोलामध्ये. ओके, वाय? बिकॉज VF = VC. हे दोन्ही सेमच असतात. ओके, VF आणि VC सेमच असतात. त्यामुळे व्हर्टेक्स आपल्याला इथे मार्क करावं लागतं डायरेक्टली ऍट द सेंटर. हायपरबोलामध्ये काय होईल? पुन्हा वी हॅव गिव्हन द डिस्टन्स ऑफ द फोकस फ्रॉम द डायरेक्ट्रिक्स. ओके, आता इथे पण रेशो आहे. इथे रेशो जिथे रेशो आहे ना, तिथे तुम्हाला ह्या लाईनला डिवाइड करावं लागेल, असं लक्षात ठेवा. ओके, म्हणजे इलिप्स आणि हायपरबोलामध्ये तुम्हाला इथे या लाईनला डिवाइड करावं लागेल CF ला. आता CF ला किती पार्ट्स मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं? इक्वल टू द ऍडिशन ऑफ दी इसेंट्रिसिटी. 3 + 2 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 5 डिव्हिजन केले. आता V कुठे येईल? आता V कुठे येईल? VF ला किती डिव्हिजन दिलेले आहे? VF ला 3 डिव्हिजन दिलेले आहे. म्हणून F पासून स्टार्ट करायचं. 1, दिस इज 2 and 3. 3 डिव्हिजन झाल्यानंतर काय मार्क करायचा? V. इलिप्स मध्ये काय केलं होतं आपण? इथे VF ला किती डिव्हिजन होते? 2. म्हणून आपण 2 डिव्हिजन झाल्यानंतर V मार्क केला. इथे VF ला किती डिव्हिजन आहे? 3. त्यामुळे 1 2 आणि 3 डिव्हिजन झाल्यानंतर काय मार्क करायचा? V मार्क करायचा. आणि VC ला किती डिव्हिजन्स आहे? 2. ऑटोमॅटिक त्याला VC ला 2 डिव्हिजन मिळून जातील, 1 and 2. ओके, सो दिस इज फॉर दी हायपरबोला. आता हायपरबोला मध्ये हा V डायरेक्ट्रिक्सच्या जवळ का गेला? कारण आपल्याला माहित आहे इट इज इसेंट्रिसिटी इज ग्रेटर दॅन 1. आणि इलिप्स मध्ये हा V डायरेक्ट्रिक्स पेक्षा लांब का असतो? कारण इसेंट्रिसिटी इज लेस दॅन 1. इट इज लेस दॅन 1. ओके, या तिन्ही मध्ये काय करावं लागतं आपल्याला? हा व्हर्टेक्स मार्क करावा लागतो. ओके, वी हॅव टू मार्क दिस व्हर्टेक्स. सो दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. ओके, आणि हा व्हर्टेक्स कसा मार्क करायचा? सो दॅट इज वी हॅव टू डिवाइड फर्स्ट CF. वी हॅव टू डिवाइड दिस CF. ओके, इन इलिप्स अँड इन हायपरबोला. इन पॅराबोला दिस व्हर्टेक्स कम्स डायरेक्टली ऍट द सेंटर. CF ला डिवाइड करायचं. ओके, CF ला किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं? ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. ओके, आणि हाऊ टू मार्क दिस व्हर्टेक्स देन? सो जस्ट VF, सी द डिव्हिजन 2 1 2. कुठून स्टार्ट करायचं? फोकस पासून स्टार्ट करायचं. 1 2. VF 2, VC 3. 1 2 3. हिअर VF 3. 1 2 3 व्हर्टेक्स. ओके, and VC 2. VC is 2. So this is 1 and 2. Okay, and in parabola the vertex come directly at the center. हे लक्षात ठेवा. Because eccentricity is 1. VF distance is equal to VC distance. So eccentricity is 1. ओके, सो क्लिअर दिस वन. कोणाला डाऊट आहे का यामध्ये? ओके, या पार्ट मध्ये कोणाला डाऊट आहे का? ओके, सो इफ यू हॅव एनी डाऊट यू आस्क मी हिअर. कोणाला डाऊट आहे इथे? जस्ट आस्क मी, बिकॉज दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. दिस इज युअर बेसिक कन्स्ट्रक्शन. ओके, व्हर्टेक्स कसा मार्क करायचा कोणाला कळलं नाही? यू कॅन आस्क मी. ओके, See, this distance may be anything. आपल्याला हे डिस्टन्स किती पण दिलं राहील, आपण ते नंतर आता इथे घेताना मी काय केलंय, आय हॅव टेकन द डिस्टन्स इज इक्वल टू सपोज 50 mm. ओके, 50 mm म्हणून मी काय केलं, आता 50 mm ला 5 इथे 5 डिव्हिजन मध्ये करतात, सो 1 सेंटीमीटर घेतला. आता सपोज जर डिस्टन्स आपल्याला इथे जर डिस्टन्स जर 60 असेल किंवा 65 दिलं असेल, तर if this distance of the focus from the directrix is 65 आणि 65 ला आपल्याला किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं, आता 5 मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं आहे. 65 ला किती मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं आहे, ऍडिशन ऑफ इसेंट्रिसिटी. कसं डिवाइड करणार, त्या केसमध्ये काय करावं लागेल तुम्हाला, हे 65 आहे, त्या केसमध्ये काय करायचं, यू हॅव टू यूज लाईन डिव्हिजन मेथड. 1 2 3 4 5. ओके, पॅरलल लाईन पॅरलल लाईन पॅरलल लाईन पॅरलल लाईन हियर पॅरलल लाईन 1 2 3 4 5. So 65 it is divided into 5 divisions. ओके, इथे इझी होतं. 50 mm ला 50 mm ला 5 मध्ये डिवाइड करायचं होतं, दॅट इज इझी. बट 65 किंवा 67 जर दिलं असेल, इमॅजिन करा 67 दिलेलं आहे, लाईनची लेंथ किती आहे, 67.5 दिलेला आहे, असं लक्षात घ्या. 67.5 ला 5 मध्ये कसं डिवाइड करणार, 67.5 डिवाइडेड बाय 5 नॉट पॉसिबल. स्केलने तुम्ही करू शकणार नाही. कसं करणार त्याला 5 ने डिवाइड, एक इन्क्लाइन लाईन टाकायची, त्याला एक स्मॉल डिस्टन्स घ्यायचं कंपास मध्ये, 1 2 3 4 5. लास्ट डिव्हिजन एंड ऑफ द लाईन. कीप युअर रोलर स्केल, इथे रोलर स्केल ठेवा, पॅरलल लाईन्स 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 डिव्हिजन झाले. 5 डिव्हिजन कुठल्याही लाईनचे आपण डिव्हिजन करू शकतो युझिंग दी लाईन डिव्हिजन मेथड. जर ती इझी असेल तर डायरेक्टली स्केलनी करा, स्केलनी मोजून करा डिव्हिजन, अँड इफ इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल देन यूज लाईन डिव्हिजन मेथड. ओके, यूज द लाईन डिव्हिजन मेथड. ओके, सो दिस इज देअर. ठीक आहे, सो दिस इज देअर. सो इफ द इसेंट्रिसिटी इज लेस दॅन 1, कुठला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा, इलिप्स. इफ इसेंट्रिसिटी इज इक्वल टू 1, पॅराबोला. अँड इफ इसेंट्रिसिटी इज ग्रेटर दॅन 1, यू हॅव टू ड्रॉ हायपरबोला. हे एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन मध्ये येते तुम्हाला. This ratio is given in the example. Exam 2/3 is given. Which curve you will draw? Ellipse, parabola, hyperbola. Okay. If the eccentricity is equal to 1, which curve you will draw? And if the eccentricity is greater than 1, हे इथून बघायचं. 3/2 is 1.5. Okay, 1.5 it is greater than 1. So I have to draw hyperbola here. 2/3 it is less than 1. So if eccentricity is less than 1, I have to go for the ellipse. You have to go for the ellipse. ओके, प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये फक्त तुम्हाला इसेंट्रिसिटी दिली राहते आणि ते म्हणतात की कन्स्ट्रक्ट दी कर्व. ते इलिप्स ड्रॉ करायचं असं म्हणत नाही, ते काय म्हणतात, कन्स्ट्रक्ट अ कर्व. तर आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल, वी हॅव टू डिसाइड बेस्ड ऑन दिस इसेंट्रिसिटी कुठला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा आहे. ओके, तर मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की रेशो बघायचा. रेशो जर लेस दॅन 1 येत असेल तर आपल्याला इलिप्स ड्रॉ करावा लागेल. रेशो जर इक्वल टू 1 दिला असेल तर पॅराबोला ड्रॉ करायचा. आणि रेशो जर 1 पेक्षा जास्त येत असेल, इफ इट इज ग्रेटर दॅन 1, आपल्याला कुठला कर्व ड्रॉ करावा लागेल, ड्रॉ दी हायपरबोला. ओके, सो दिस थिंग्स आर देयर. Okay, now let us see the applications of the ellipse. So these are some of the applications: arches, pipes, elliptical gears, okay, milk tanker, shape of tunnels, okay, then missiles, okay, then designing of kitchen accessories, automobile parts. So these are some of the applications of the ellipse are there. See, this is our elliptical curve. This is on the bridge, okay, for civil engineers, okay, so you require this one, how to construct this one. Then elliptical end, this is for mechanical engineers, okay. This is a water heater or any furnace or something like this. Then this is on the flange. This is for the mechanical engineer for pipes and other things. Okay, so we have this elliptical. So this is elliptical in shape. Then this is our the conference table. Okay, so this is also there. Okay, so this is in ellipse in shape. The football ground or the cricket ground. This is in elliptical in shape. Okay, then these are some of the tunnels. Okay, some tunnels are elliptical in shape. Then now this is the designs of the watches. So this is in elliptical in shape. Okay, so there are so many the parts are there in our day-to-day life where we are using the concept of the ellipse. Okay, these are there. Okay, now so let me see what is the time. Okay, so it is 2:20 now. So what we'll do, we will see the methods. We will start the methods in our next lecture. Okay, so we'll start the first method, that is the focus directrix method for the ellipse, in the next lecture. Okay, so we'll then stop here. If you have any questions regarding the content, you can ask now. If you are not understand anything, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll stop here. Any questions you are not understand? This is very important. Huh? This slide is very important. Okay. So if you are not understand anything, just ask me.